What's up, V2 crew? This is Unknown here, and I'm going to do a little video showing you my 100% save file Metroid Dread, and also a little bit of my thoughts on it, how I approached the game, what I don't know, my method of madness here. And I did enjoy it so much that I did decide to paint all the maps, if you want to call it that. So I was gaming my own terms with this guy. I feel like I 100%ed it. Very spoiler heavy, so if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch. Okay, so for some of these things, first off, we'll talk about the gallery images. I did unlock all the gallery images. If you go to extras here, these first ones, you got all of them for finding all the items in each of the zones of the game, each of the areas of the game, and then it would unlock this last one for you. And then same with ending rewards, what you had to do with these guys. These first three are for normal mode, and the second ones are for hard mode. They do not stack. To get the first ones of each mode, you just had to beat it. I think this one you had to get in under 8 hours, and this one you had to get in under 4 hours on each of these difficulties. Now, the times did stack. If you did it in under 4 hours, your first go in hard, which I did, you get all three of these, and then once you get all 6 of the endings, you get this other one over here. And actually, I think the images are very nice, like very good artwork. It's nice to marvel at, nice to look at. We'll look at these guys real quick. And initially, I wanted to 100%. Typically, when I 100% Metroid games, I mean, I liked 100% Metroid games. Metroidvania games, I should say. And typically, my 100% is get all the items and unlock all the areas of the map. And that's what I was planning on doing with this guy. But then they did have these gallery images, they did have these ending ones, so I thought, alright, we'll try it. I'm not typically a speedrunner, but we did it. We did it for the 100%. And actually, I was following Saruman, I'll link his channel in the description below, but it was very pleasant to go along with him, and I was able to get the hard speed run in one go, and then I went back and did the normal speed run. And there might be a faster route now, but at the time, I mean, as you can see, I was able to do it in a little over 3 hours, and that was my first goes at the speed runs too. I did play the game blind first, and got 100% of all the items in normal mode first. But then, well, I should say blind, except there were a few tricky items that I did consult a guide for. They required the Shine Spark, so I did do that. Now, one of the strange things is, if you unlock gallery images in a save file, you have to get them, all the other ones, on that save file. They don't carry over. You can copy your save file into other slots and do it that way, but for me, I accidentally had to 100% all the items twice because I didn't do that necessarily. I started hard on a different file, and in order to get all the gallery images on one file, I had to go to hard, get those copied over, do the normal, copied over, and get all the items. Now, I did decide to go paint all of the maps. Typically in Metroidvanias, they're kind of a little more blocky, but this one had very focused in areas, so it was actually kind of bothering me the entire game, because you would see like these lines through the map of where you traversed, but it didn't completely fill in the area. And I'll just go through these while I talk here. And so then I mean, I like the game. I think the traversal in the game is very well done. That is one of my favorite aspects of this game, is it just feels so smooth. And then, like, graphic quality wise as well, for the most part, some of the load screens are a little, you can tell it's just a Switch compared to some PS4 or what have you. But I mean, there's cinematics in the boss fights that, oh man, were quite amazing, quite astounding. I was like, wow, they did that on a Switch. But yeah, I guess they did that on a Switch. And I think that this was a pretty fun one for me. Granted, I really like my 2D platformers and kind of old school things. I mean, I'm not the biggest big AAA fan, so unless you really like Metroidvanias, you might not have my sense of bias here. Granted, things could have been better in some regards. I find it kind of odd that they leave on the map the stuff you've acquired. I do kind of like the fact that they placed them, like if you were in an area and near that item and you could see it, it would mark on the map where that item was, which made cleanup without a guide much more doable, much easier. And I liked that. I liked that kind of quality of life. It's just kind of strange that they kept it on the map. And then also, too, they would leave the doors on there, like what kind of door it is, which was kind of nice because it kind of, you didn't have to mark off and remember what your marker did. Say you were missing some certain item or some certain ability to get through a door, it would mark it off for you, so you would know to go back and do it, and didn't have to continually backtrack, continually be lost in order to get there. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Emmy fights. I know that's kind of like the namesake of this game, I guess, but I don't know. That was kind of my least favorite aspect. I enjoyed it more actually during the speedruns, surprisingly, doing it there. But the first time through, I don't know, I just felt like frustrated with the guys, frustrated with those rooms, doing it on my casual normal playthrough. But like I said, it was strange because in speedruns I didn't really mind them all that much. So anyways, this is not going to be really a review of the game, more so how I wanted to play it. That was my approach. I initially planned on just 100%ing by getting all the items, filling in the map, but then learned as I was playing about these gallery images, and so I was debating. I mean, I'm not the biggest speedrunner in the world, but they did it very well. And one of the things I liked that made the speedrun fun was it only saved your time. Like, if you died at a checkpoint, or it would load you there and not count your additional time. So, playing on hard, that is one of the parts I don't like about speedruns, is that, oh, you died and you lost all this time. However, because of the way the game was set up, it made the speedrun fun, because you could just continually try that section, try that part, and get it that way. And yeah, like I said, I think the guider that I was using for the speedrun did a very excellent job, and it was kind of fun to learn some tricks in the game, some sequence breaks. It wasn't like the sequence break, oh, you can break it and just go completely to the end of the game right away. Maybe they'll discover that sometime, but it was like, get this item first. Oh, speaking of items, yeah, we got all the items here. Get this item first, get that item before that one. Do this kind of glitchy thing just so that you can get to this area that typically you wouldn't have access to. And yeah, it was enjoyable. I enjoyed my time with it. I know some people were complaining because it was $60 for a 2D game, but I want to say I got like a good 25 hours out of the thing. And I really liked some of the boss fights in this game too, and I really liked some of the areas, some of the environments, and the controls I thought were great. So, anyways, that's gonna wrap this up. Let me know, guys, what your thoughts are on Metroid Dread. If you played it yourself, how you played it, how did you decide to game with it, and if you enjoyed it or not, what you enjoy, what you didn't enjoy. I'd like to know in the comments below. And if you'd like to join the V2 crew, where we game on our own terms, spread positivity, not letting others influence how we play our games or what we do, I'll put some links in the description, and like it if you liked, commented, and subscribed. And with that being said, everybody, have a good night, a good morning, enjoy your games. Thanks so much for watching. Spread that positivity, game on your own terms, you do you, and be your V2.